Sea Day 2. Finally, on the fourth visit to our cabin by ship crew, they heard the grinding noise that we had been hearing on and off night and day in G6.
The source was investigated and identified. It could not be solved in the short term. An offer of an upgrade to a balcony cabin, Bravo 27, which is also our house number, was made and accepted.
Cabin stewards with luggage carts helped us move to our new cabin.
Later in the day, the florist knocked on our door with a beautiful bouquet. Excellent service for the whole situation, Arcadia and P&O.
To get an early coffee, we need to pass the colourful staircase. Up on deck to view our arrival in Skolden, at the head of Lusterfjorden, having navigated the Sonjafjorden during the night.
As the bridge crew nudge us ever nearer the landing zone, thrusters work to position us.
Early morning mist hangs in a valley as the town of Skolden comes into clearer view.
It is our guess that these are probably holiday cottages. We are blessed with another beautiful day.
On the quay, a warning to paddle-powered vessels to give cruise ships a berth of at least 50 meters.
Moored. It's a long stretch of hawser to that bollard. A quick after-breakfast look at the view from our balcony. I am travelling solo today. The fjord is flat and calm. I don't know what this sign signifies, but it points in the right direction for my coach journey. We are soon high in the mountains. We have come from the fjord through the indicated valley. This stop gives us a view of the small rural village of Horton, with its church. We get to see how two big trucks take the tight turn and how slowly the bikers make the turn. One of the many tight turns our driver will make during the course of the trip. We are heading to Lom to see an ancient stave church. A stop at Oscarshaug. In 1860, King Oscar II trekked over these mountains. This cairn was built in memory of that trip. Well into the mountains now. Not so long ago, it was our bus that was way down there. Back on the road, passing fields of cows and the farmers' buildings, with a view of the Saga Soilen Monument, one of the world's tallest. A local church. The river Bövre runs in close to the road. Lom is an agricultural centre. A drive through town with a quick glimpse of the stave church to the Fossheim Hotel, where we will have lunch. Opened in 1897, this wooden building is run by the founding Garmo family. The bar, with grandfather clock, leads into the dining area. The views from reception up to the guest suites. From the hotel we can see Lomseggen, the local mountain. We cross the river Bövre at the point where it tumbles over a rocky sill as the waterfall, Prestfossen, the priest's waterfall. The brown wooden Lomstave church was built around the year 1170 using plans drawn up by an unknown architect. Find a stand of Norwegian pines that are at least 200 to 300 years old. Cut off the branches and remove the bark. Leave the tree to stand for about 20 years. The trunk dies on its foot and the sap dries out to protect the wood naturally. The Lomstave Church is one of the very few remaining stave churches where the original medieval crest with the dragon head still survives. During restoration of a different stave church, new shingles were machine made, and they failed. Hand-cutting shingles meant the fibers of the wood are respected and the shingles hold together. Entrance doors are very narrow to ensure that the devil could not walk in besides any churchgoer. In 1814, the church served as an election church, becoming a polling station for elections to the Norwegian Constituent Assembly, which wrote the Constitution of Norway. A magnificent escutcheon protecting the lock on the main door. Enjoy the beauty of this church. Not all you can see is from the original 1170 church. It was expanded in 1663 to allow more congregants. Let's take a closer look at the ceiling painting. Not close enough. Better. Some people see the people in these images as having an oriental look. The congregation can only see them upside down. The priests are the only people in the church who see them the right way up. This modified pew was paid for by someone with money to spare, right at the front and with a door. Not the only unusual pew. This young man, a guide, stands by his family pew, used for over 600 years. Once the patriarch takes his seat on the aisle, no one may pass him. If you're late to church, you are not sitting on the family pew. This family had a mother who was always late. The church accepted a donation and a new entrance was made adjacent to a support pillar. Now mother could always make her way to the family pew. Phew! Boredom in church is nothing new. This graffiti in Norse runes translates, "I am bored." A letter stick. Letters and everyday messages cut into small wooden sticks which are easily transportable. Magnificent artwork. After the Reformation, the Lutherans rid the churches of their rich ornaments. Often the art on the walls was covered up with paint. The aim was to keep churchgoers focused on the preaching. Some time ago, after discussions over 60 years, the original walls were once again exposed. Here you can see the ghost images of the original artworks. Eggert Munch, whose later relative Edvard Munch became a famous painter, was the creator of many of the large collection of paintings in this church. The organ was installed in the 20th century. I find no other information. Take a look at some images from outside the church. In 2010, the exterior was tarred again, giving it a much darker appearance, including the impressive lock plate on the entrance gate. Heading back to Skolden, we stop at Sagasoilen. This monument depicts central elements of Norwegian history. King Harald Harfagre sits atop. Pre-World War II, sculptor William Rasmussen was commissioned to create the Sagasoilen. War stopped progress, and after Rasmussen was convicted as a traitor, the work was stored. In the 1980s, Amund Elvasita, a member of the Norwegian resistance during the war, felt that the column deserved a better fate. He had the column restored, finalized, and in 1992 erected it in his hotel grounds. It has since become a tourist attraction. The river Bøvre flows past the Elvaseta Hotel. climbing back into the mountains, passing lakes and hydroelectric dams. There are a lot of these. Higher up we can see several glaciers. I can't find names for them, so they remain glaciers. This roadside motel looks abandoned. Making a 180-degree turn as the truck waits for our coach. Two glaciers in close proximity. Panoramas of the two large glacial fields. Down from the mountains just outside Skolden is the Assafossen waterfall. The falls drop about 180 meters down the Vassbakken cliffs. It seems that Vassbakken means watery hill, so the cliffs are aptly named. This giant carved hand is in the parking turnout. Back on board after a really good day out, it is time to leave Skolden.
We can't find a name for this fall, seeing shortly after leaving Skolden. This one is Fagumfossen, one of Norway's highest waterfalls at 700 feet. We have the sun exactly right for seeing clouds of rainbow-hued spray. Another waterfall plunges into the fjord. As the sun sets, a ferry makes its way across in front of us. These ferry connections save hundreds of miles of road travel. And where ferries can't help reduce road distances, the Norwegians just built tunnels through the mountains. Dinner over, we take in the view from the stern. Everyone has gone to bed. Time for us to do so too. The romance of cruising on our balcony with the moon shining down on us. Tomorrow, Ålesund, Norway.